trying to pay bills in both states. It's kind of killing her because she's got to, keep everything. She has to maintain a home to go home to, but she can't, but she can't work in Maryland, but of course she's not home in North Carolina to work either. So it's like, she's really relying on the GoFundMe to like keep everything handled, I think,
and
if I recall correctly, and she can definitely correct later if she wants to, but it was I think she said she got a little over 9,000 because GoFundMe takes their piece, and you also have some taxes that apply, like different fees and stuff. So I think it comes out to something like I think it's 10% that GoFundMe takes. I'm not sure, and so.
All in all, she got a total of $7,000, $7,750, something like that, after the taxes and fees.
Right, and it was pretty much all gone. I think she said 6,800 before she even left North Carolina again. Like it was just.
That was gas to get up there.
Left the courthouse in Maryland, but she said it had already cost her pretty much everything. And I was like,
I think she said to get to the courthouse from the hotel was $200 just one way.
God.
Oh.
Yeah. Be calling Uber, man.
And they have sent her, obviously they have sent her to all of their specialists and stuff and counselors and, all of that stuff to have their verification. And so, that costs money. Maryland is not a cheap place. And the part of Maryland that they're in is basically a moneyed neighborhood.
They start the rumors. The rumors started about the GoFundMe thing, and I won't say when or why that started, but it did have an effect. And the fact of the matter is, she's running out of money. She's staying in wherever, in a hotel, I'm assuming.
Okay. I'll be honest with you, there are joytards that are questioning it. There are definitely DaddyOFive fags that are questioning it. Sorry, this is what I call them. And then there are randos on the internet, and they're all speculating because it's almost like they know that a lot can't be said, and so therefore they're like kind of seizing that to speculate and stir shit. And I kind of want to put this to bed.
15 minutes ago and said these nobodies are still at it. Everyone go report this GoFundMe for fraud. Put a stop to them giving Rose money to support kids that she doesn't have.
That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get as many lies out as possible so that Rose doesn't get donations to help with the kids, so that maybe.
Of course, because.
VidCon, or whatever you were saying about getting money for gas to go.
Yeah. I'm solid now. Thank you, everybody. Like.
No, what is it? What is
VidCon? Oh,
yeah.
That is the.
Sorry, I'm a little bit drunk.
Conference. It's okay. It's a big conference.
I could have some fun where I got drunk one time. I stood on top of a rock, and I'm like, I'm the king of the rock. Oh wow! And started singing karaoke outside. Yeah.
That rock. You were that rock's bitch, I bet.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Oh yeah. It was a trip. It was fun. The lies that I have seen circling around, like the crazed alcoholic drug addict, and she.
Sorry, I laugh every time. I'm sorry. Go
She
ahead.
has used all of the GoFundMe money to buy her drugs and alcohol for her and her boyfriend, and
that's
just
not true.
Basically using her children like Mike and Heather did for money. I'd actually like to put that to rest because my sister has never, ever been a drug user or an alcoholic ever. She is like crazy stickler about that.
I'm aware. I'll back you up on that.
I took her out like last year, somewhere around, I don't even remember, Christmas maybe, or November, just to try to get her out of the house, so she wouldn't be so depressed. And she wouldn't even have one drink. Not one. She drank Mountain Dew all night.
I can tell.
And we left early. Yes. She's never done drugs.
That's so real.
The only drug that she's ever taken were prescribed medications.
Wonderful children. That one is 12 and one is 9. I'm past the age of fucking retardation with them both. They're very easy to take care of and independent.
I don't want kids, thank you.
Sure, I can
Kids all the time at my work. I still don't want one because I see them scream and run. So no.
The thing is that I can say this on your channel. I can't say this necessarily on mine. Acid saved his life.
Wow.
By doing acid, it accelerated a premature heart attack. If he hadn't had that heart attack then, he would have died later. So by having a premature heart attack caused by acid, he ended up surviving and getting the diagnosis of high blood pressure due to diabetes, which we took care of, and now he doesn't even need insulin anymore. Drugs, bad drugs, saved my husband's life.
Holy shit. That's interesting.
Well, it activated something that it wasn't supposed to. He was already starting to have some symptoms, but nothing really bad yet. And he thought it was a pulled back. Rats! Stop. Sorry. It's the rats. I'll stop. I'm sorry. Anyway, yeah, sometimes drugs are not always bad, okay? I sold fucking
Thank you, Melinda.
acid.
I'm sorry, I finally got the chat to pull up.
I sold acid, but I didn't take it because of some of my brain problems. But my God, everybody else had so much more fun. I advocated for you so hard. I'm like, everybody needs to stop being a dick to this woman, like right now, before I kick their teeth in and make them count them for pennies. Like I was so pissed.
I was just updating. This is Nick Monroe, everybody, who wrote the 2 articles about DaddyOFive and kind of blew that story out. So I shot him.
If you're watching this, Brandy, you're a goddamn hick.
She is, but if you're nervous, is there a reason?
I'll go through the entire members list and just start dumping all the names of everyone in the group if you want, Brandy. I'm sorry, go on.
Yeah, if that's what it takes.
Oh, I'm such a big fan of Nick's.
I like Nick because Nick does crazy research, because I do that all the time.
So it's interesting.
Yeah.
Makes him liable, by the way, Brandy, if you're listening. Your actions now reflect off of Mike Martin, so you better not screw it up.
DaddyOFive is promoting this Facebook fan page, and they're giving out Rose's personal information and directing people to her Facebook page. I heard a rumor that Rose's social media was being hacked and her emails were being hacked.
Yeah, it's happened like 3 or 4 times that they're trying to get into her email, into her social media.
I was surprised to see him come back on Twitter for that brief time.
I don't think he's supposed to be on Twitter. I'm going to have to look into that because as far as I understand, when you're on a gag order like that, you can't talk about anything related to the case and you can't try to profit off of speaking about the case. So I am very, very kind of interested in what the judge would say, knowing that he was A, involved with the page at all, or 2, even on Twitter.
Had just gotten back to my other aunt's house when we got the phone call that they had came and took Emma. And well, the police came and followed by Mike and Heather, saying that there were abuse allegations and that Emma, a judge or magistrate, I guess it's called, magistrate, signed papers saying that they could take Emma, I guess, emergency custody until a court date. And it was even to the point where Rose actually ended up having to strip down to show them, to prove that there were no marks on her body from where her and her boyfriend of almost 4 years were apparently beating each other every day with baseball bats and picking up animals and throwing them through walls. And so when they came and seen us, they had no clothes. So they took a few outfits, my children, and mind you, because they were being basically starved at DaddyOFive's house, the clothes that should have been...
Wait. What?
Yeah. Emma had lost, I know, had to have been at least 20, 25 pounds time that we've seen her.
Videos and boom.
And because of that video, we now have real danger coming our way.
Somebody tried to run my wife off the road with the kids in the car. We got death threats coming to us and everything. My kids are terrified. They can't go outside. They can't. I'm so scared for when they go back to school. This guy put us in huge danger. He put my kids and family in huge danger over fake videos.
It worries us because, I mean, this isn't known because it happened when my parents went up, but they were run off the road by somebody that was yelling, "DaddyOFive, DaddyOFive," out the window.
Oh my God. Wow.
Yeah.
Did they report it, or I mean, is it when it is? Because I know that reporting those stuff is kind of like you call it in, and there's really not anything they can do.
Yes, they reported it to Rose's attorney.
Okay.